We have never conducted two separate ballots relating to the same election. The regular practice that was known to us has been that we ballot for the presidential and then we adjust it for the parliamentary. I can understand that as at the time of the first balloting this year, it wasn't possible for us to begin with the presidential. But one would have thought that once we have done the parliamentary, we can equally adjust it for the presidential. So it will avoid this double ballot. Because I can foresee a problem where you may come out with different positions for presidential and parliamentary. So that it will complicate our public education. So each party
how about the ones who were not part of it? How about the ones who were not part of it?
All right, grateful you're back, and the Commission's office still boiling with activities there, and the Electoral Commission just a few minutes ago announcing some candidates who are back on the ballot. Dr. Edward Mahama of the PNC, key one there, we're told back on the ballot. Earlier I said Hassan Ayaga of the APC is back. Unfortunately, it was a slip. He is not back on the list. The Commission says there are still challenges with his nominations, and Dr. Papa Kwesindum. Let's go back to the offices of the Electoral Commission because the balloting is about to be done, and all eyes are there as the parties gather to hear what the Commission has for them.
The rude one.
Please support the solution of the because if you ballot, it's likely you will go different ways.
The offices of the Electoral Commission, but the key thing is that the NDC, the NPP, the CPP, an independent candidate, Jacob Asayebwa, the PNC, the PPP, these candidates are back on the ballot box. Now, originally 4 were approved. Some have been added today, and this is what the Electoral Commission announced just a few minutes ago. Dr. Edward Mahama of the PNC, Dr. Papa Kwesindum of the PPP back on the roll. It was a huge thing when they were taken off. Some concerns were raised. They're back on the list now. The key thing is to immediately do the balloting and see where these candidates will be on the ballot. And so the Electoral Commission is already interacting with officials of political parties there. John Wedru of the NPP is there, Mr. Sidun Ketcher of the NDC. There's several other reps of political parties already seated, and interaction is going on, and balloting is expected to be done so the process can continue. We'll also link you to the feed there, but the breaking news is that Dr. Indom is back. Dr. Edward Mahama is also back on the ballot. And so for those who were raising concerns about they being on the ballot, they are now back on the ballot, and the EC has assured of immediate balloting for positions on the ballot paper, particularly when we're just some 20 plus days to December 7, and the key thing is to get the elections ongoing and to get the right thing. The EC in haste to deal with it, and so the balloting is expected any moment from now. Now, the key thing to take a look at here is who gets what on the ballot paper. In the past elections that we have had, there were positions that actually enhanced the campaign messages of some of these parties. And you could, if you remember, the issues about Asieho, Estroho, and all that. And so parties are interested in knowing exactly where they will be on the ballot, particularly with their presidential candidates. On your screens now, some political parties still interacting with officials of the EC. Some questions were being raised about the balloting, and you heard Mr. Sidun Ketia of the NDC raising some concerns. We'll let you in as to exactly what these concerns are before the balloting start. But Mr. Amadu Sule of the Commission was actually asking the party reps to calm down for the balloting to start, but some concerns were raised, and these parties are perhaps asking for a few things to be done. We'll also link you up and then let you know exactly what the Commission is about. And soon we will find out exactly what the commission intends to do. Again, the microphone being led to the chairperson of the commission, Dr. Amadou Sule, has just received in, and a few comments, I'm sure, will set the tone for the balloting to be done. The party representatives are all set and ready. The commission said it is ready to do the balloting, except that some concerns are being raised by some supporters. But let's listen to Mr. Amadou Sule as he talks to the gathering.
Deputy Director Elections, I now hand over to you to explain the 2 levels of balloting for us to go ahead and do that. I hope all people invited are here, the seven presidential candidates. So go ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman. To begin with, we want to be sure that all the party reps are here, all the presidential candidates, before the balloting. MPP, NDC, CPP, independent candidate Joy, NDP.
We want to be sure officials of the party. I know it. Yeah. PPP.
PNC.
So remind them that John will come next.
Yes.
Right. All is set for the balloting. And then, as was done the last time, it's going to be in 2 stages. First round will be for candidates to pick.
So the independent doesn't
Yes.
pick.
You know, you heard the commissioner suggest it. The independent candidate is always at the bottom, so he doesn't pick. Okay? So you need to emphasize on that.
So the balloting will be for the party candidate.
What is it?
Madam Chairperson,
All right, thanks so much for staying there. The breaking news is that the Electoral Commission has trimmed down the list for presidential candidates. Now, 7 of them, 7 on the list. Now, the latest to join, the PPP, the NDP, and the PNC. These are the 3 candidates who have now joined the 4 earlier approved by the Electoral Commission to contest the presidency of the Republic of Ghana. So the race is now wide open now. The balloting is expected to be done. Now, let's take a look at those who have qualified. First, the NPP, the NDC, and the CPP, the PPP, the NDP, and the PNC. These are the parties that have qualified to contest the ticket of the presidency. Then also we have the independent candidate Jacob Osei-Yeboah also qualifying to be on the ballot for December 7. That's the breaking news now. What the Electoral Commission is bent on doing before the close of the day is to ensure that these parties have their positions on the ballot in order to set forth the battle for December 7. And very soon, this will be done because these party reps are all seated at the Electoral Commission's office and they are ready to pick whichever ballot that they will pick to be on the ballot paper. Again, let me go through there. From the list of the 7, the NPP is there, the NDC is there, and also the CPP, the PNC, PPP, NDP added, and then the independent candidate is also the Jacob Osei-Yeboah is the only independent candidate. Let's go back to the commissioner because Amadou Sule is again addressing the gathering.
Conventions are not.
Okay, so this time around we've overruled it. We are going by the convention. So let's continue.
Okay. Let's continue. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Hello, as I said,
You don't even have power about it.
Carry on.
yes, as I indicated from the beginning, there will be 2 rounds of ballots. The first one will be for the order in which they will pick the actual ballots. Yes, so we will begin the first round of ballots.
So you need 6. You need 6 up to 6. You need 6. And 6. That's all. 6. That's all. So that's all.
Okay, we'll start with the first ballot, and we invite. Okay, then we invite all the reps to pick. Yes, shake it. So let's begin by inviting MPP to pick.
Because I'm the owner of finance. The owner of finance. The owner of finance.
NDC.
Yes.
CPP.
He has it.
PPP. NDP. And PNC. Yes, can we go ahead? NPP. We want to know your number. 6. NPP 6. NDC. NDC 4. CPP. CPP 2. PPP. NDP. NDP 5. PDP 1. And then PNC 3. PNC 3.
So who's going to pick the
Please, we are getting ready for the second round. And for the second round, PPP will pick first, followed by CPP. The third will be PNC, fourth NDC, fifth NDP, and sixth NPP. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the final round. Now, PPP. CBP. PNC. NDP.
next time?
NPP.
You don't have any choice.
Are you ready? Now, PPP, let's see your number. PPP 4. CPP 1. PNC 6. PNC 6. NDC
Still 3.
What a coincidence.
NDC 3. NDP
The parliamentary number 3. Oh, okay.
NDP 2. NPP
Still 5.
Almost 5. Oh, it's good. The three guys. It's good. But you see, so anyone who was when some of them don't feel candidates, their numbers will change at the parliamentary level. But almost the only now, anyway, at the parliament, but say, you know, when you're otherwise,
Hello? Now the questions for the ballot. For the first question, we have CPP. The first position is CPP, Convention People's Party. For the second position, we have NDP, National Democratic Party. For the third position, we have NDC, National Democratic Congress. Fourth position, we have PPP, Progressive People's Party. Fifth position, we have NPP, New Patriotic Party. Sixth position is PNC, People's National Convention. Then for the seventh position, we have George, the independent candidate. Thank you.
Yeah, we thank you very much. We've all seen it's very simple and transparent. I will now hand over to my chair. Maybe she'll say something, then we close. Thank you.
Just go ahead. Let's just go ahead. Just thank them for coming in. Hope we're successful and taking any questions.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much, especially the media who have been camped here since Monday. Thank you for your support, thank you for your cooperation, and we wish you all a good evening. Good night.
Thank you.
Well, it's been such a hectic day for the Electoral Commission there, and finally, the list is now known. A quick run through of the list. First on the ballot will be the Convention People's Party. The CPP will be first on the ballot. Second on the ballot, the National Democratic Party. The NDP is second on the ballot. Third, the ruling National Democratic Congress is third on the ballot. For the fourth position, the Progressive People's Party will be there, and then the NPP comes in fifth, and then the People's National Convention, the PPP, is sixth on the ballot. The independent candidate, Jacob Asayabwa, gets the opportunity of sitting at the bottom there. Perhaps he has the Asayho this time, how he is going to use that to get votes. He will have to take a look at it. So that's what is happening there. The photographs you'll be seeing there, we'll see, first of all, Ivor Cabinet Greenstreet as a first on the ballot. His photograph will be there. And second, you'll see the photograph of Nana Jemane Kunedu Rawlings of the NDP. And third, you'll see John Dramani Mahama of the NDC, third on the list. Fourth, the photograph of Dr. Papa Kwesindum of the PPP will be on the list. And 5th, the photograph of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will be there. And 6th, Dr. Edward Mahama of the PNC's photograph will be there. And then finally, at the bottom of the list, Jacob Osei-Yeboah of the independent candidate will be there on the list. That's how it ended. The Electoral Commission has had a hectic day. We'll go back to the offices of the commission as our man there, Salam Amenyo, speaks to the people who gathered there. Let's join the feed now.
It needs a lot of effort. You know very well that we have battled our inclusion, after the disqualification. I think it's been well. The process has been very good. You also learned that they wanted to transpose the positions for the parliamentary candidates onto the presidential, and which we objected. We objected because that would have been a consequential breach of the so many interlocutory injunctions that were placed, on the EC. So it was only proper that at least we respect and observe it, in not transposing the parliamentary positions onto the presidential. So far, so good. We are satisfied. We are number 2 on the ballot.
What does this mean to you?
Well, it means that at least when we're looking for the best, we fall within the bracket. And indeed, our flag bearer, Dr. Mrs. Nana Addo Rawlings, is such a person. When you're looking for the best, she must be counted among the best. So we fall within the best.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right. So Jonathan is here. Joe? Yes. Chairman, of course, you are now on the ballot paper. How do you feel now?
We are very happy to be on the ballot. We are very elated that the processes of the law have been followed and the EC has been accommodating. We thank the Electoral Commission for being understanding enough to get us to amend and alter our nomination forms as demanded by the CI 94 and to be on the ballot. And we believe that the Progressive People's Party will offer the Ghanaian voter what they need in terms of education, ensure that they have jobs, and to help them live a better life. That is what the Progressive People's Party will campaign on: jobs, education, and ensuring that we are able to prevent the diseases that have been plaguing us for all these years.
Chairman, have you communicated this decision of the Electoral Commission to your presidential candidate, Dr. Kwesi Ndom?
Well,
what is he saying?
Well, this is just coming momentarily. You haven't even given me a chance to talk to any other person. From here, we will give the flag bearer, Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndom, the good news, and that he is going to be number 4 on the ballot.
And what does it mean by picking the number 4 position on the ballot paper?
Well, it means that we are in the middle of the ballot. We are in between MPP and NDC, and we will hope that the average voter will recognize the son and vote for the son. And as they vote for the son, they will be voting for Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndom. And even on the parliamentary ballot, when they vote for the son, they will be voting for a PPP parliamentary candidate.
So what will be the next line of action since you have been put on the ballot paper?
Well, the next line of action is to inform our rank and file, our parliamentary candidates, inform the presidential candidate, Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndom, and the staff at the party headquarters, so that we can begin to prepare the literature that will go and educate the average Ghanaian voter, so that they know that when they want jobs, they vote number 4. When they want their children to have free compulsory education from kindergarten to the senior secondary school level, that they will vote number 4. That if they want to be treated as a human being, then they will have to vote number 4.
Thank you very much, Chairman. That's a chairman of the PPP. This exercise also was monitored by a number of international organizations from the EU and others. I would like to speak to one of the organization, representative of one of the organization which monitored this exercise. Hello, sir. Yes, good evening. Well, you've been monitoring this process since the beginning of the of this up to now. What have you made out of this?
So I'm part of the European Union Election Observation Mission, which arrived in country 1 week ago. We have a core team of 8 experts, which are based in Accra, and then we on Sunday deployed 32 long-term observers across the country who will be observing developments in the regions. And we are observing, obviously, all stages of the electoral process, and our final findings will be presented on a press conference, which will be held on 9th December in the Kempinski Hotel. The findings will be presented by our chief observer, who is the Hungarian member of the European Parliament, Mr. Tamás Meserics. And if you have any further questions, like regarding our assessment, etc., I will put you in touch with our press officer of our mission, who can provide you further information.
But of course, today you've been here. You saw the process. You monitored from the beginning to the end of this process. What exactly have you made out of this process?
The methodology of the European Union Election Observation Mission is that we don't issue any partial assessment during the process. We follow the process as a whole. You know, there are different aspects of the process. We had here expert mission which started observing elections with the voter registration earlier in the year, and we don't issue any partial assessment after particular steps. So as I said, our full assessment of the mission will be presented on usually within 48 hours after close of the polls, which in this case will be 9th December. And any further questions I can direct to the mission headquarters, to our press officer.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, that's one of the observers from the EU, and they've been monitoring. Actually, they've been monitoring this process till now. And now pass on to my colleague who is here with me since morning, who has been monitoring the situation also here in the conference room of Electoral Commission, and will bring you more updates on the developments here. Salam.
Of course, the Electoral Commission's office, a beehive of activity this morning as the Commission goes ahead to allocate positions for the candidates as far as the presidential candidates is concerned. And a quick run through, and then we'll wrap up this breaking news. First on the list, the Convention People's Party, the National Democratic Party is second, the National Democratic Congress is third, the Progressive People's Party fourth, the New Patriotic Party fifth, and the People's National Convention sixth. Joy Jacob Osei-Yeboah, the independent candidate, will take the last position on the ballot paper. I'm grateful that you stayed there to be part of the breaking news. We'll get you more information. Don't forget that others have dropped out. Hassan Ayaga of the APC and several others. We'll take a look at them and what their reaction would be later on News 360 at 7. My name is Bright Nanamfo. Thanks so much for staying here. There is more on TV3. Good evening.